I am your host. Something happened some couple of years back when I was a student in a university, and I was a member of a fellowship which identity and information keep disclosed. And as a result of being a member of the fellowship, we had a particular room allocated to us in the male hostel, while our sisters had a particular room allocated to them. And so one of those days was our visitation day, and so I chose to visit our sisters in their room in that hostel. And so I got in and we got discussing, and from the discussion they began to talk about a particular sister, and they began to say a lot of bad things, a lot of nasty things in her absence. And I began to speak for her, and I began to ask them some very fundamental questions. I said to them, had you at any point in time ever brought what you're discussing now to her attention? Have you at any time mentioned so and so thing? And at a particular time it was like I was all in for her, and everywhere became dead silent. And couple of minutes later on, the particular sister who was being discussed in her absence came in, and we switched into something else, and the day ended. And so days led to weeks, and weeks led to months. And one of the days while I was eating out with her, she told me, said, "I heard what you did for me so and so day." And that is what I want to say. Be careful people you gossip with, because people you gossip with will gossip with you later in your back. And so it takes me to Proverbs 17:17a this morning, which says what? It says, "A friend loveth at all times." A friend loveth at all times. Love is kind, love is gentle, love is meek, love is temperance, love does not rejoice at wrongs, love hopeth all things, love beloved all things. 1 Corinthians 13 enumerates the character of love and said, "A friend loveth at all times." And so you cannot call a person a friend that you have not proven. There are stripes of friendship. And I want to use the story of Jonathan and David to further portray this sincere truth of what a friend means. At a point in time, David expressed his love for Jonathan. He said, "My love for you, my dear friend, is more than a love for 1,000 women." At a particular time when Jonathan understood the prophetic destiny of his friend David and what God had in store for him, he said to his father, he said, "I'm ready to fulfill my birthright and allow my friend David to rule in my state." And the father looked at him and said, "You are a fool. Jonathan, you are a fool." But the time began to go. The Bible said the war arose between the house of David and the house of Saul. But David and Jonathan never allowed the rancor between his father to affect their friendship. And when the news of the death of Jonathan came into his ears, and Saul, the Bible said Saul wept. The Bible said how he mourned Jonathan. It showed in the way he mourned him. And the Bible wept. It said, "O ye mountains of Gibeah, know ye no rain nor dew." History has it that Gibeah today is cursed because David lifted up his voice to cry over the death of a covenant friend. Look at what it says. "Know ye no rain, know ye no dew." It said Saul and Jonathan, they were swift as eagles. Mention it not in Gath, which is the camp of the enemy, the Philistines. A friend does not discuss you. Mention not in the streets of Absalom, lest the daughters of the Philistines hear it and rejoice. Oh, how are the mighty fallen, and the weapon of war perish. That was a friend mourning a true friend. A friend loveth at all times. A friend will fight for you in absence. In this Tuesday fresh manner, I pray for you that God will give you true friends. If you're a pastor, you're a minister, you're a leader, wherever you belong, I pray that the Lord will send true friends your way. God bless you and have a great day. This is love from me.